Welcome in, everybody. It is Catching the Curb time, brought to you by our friends at Curbstone Coaches. DJ Yoakley here alongside Bob Camardo. And Bob, we've got a lot to talk about today. I had a great day. My birthday yesterday,
Happy
February
belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Well, you shouted me out in front of everybody,
I
which
did.
you embarrassed me. Thank you very much. And the greatest sports broadcaster that I believe has ever graced this earth, Greg Brown. You guys treated me. I knew you did it on purpose. Treated me to having him on my birthday. I was able to take in some great stories. Had a chance to talk to him after. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But I want to thank you because that was a chance for me to get away, to kind of unwind a little bit, let my hair down. Had a great lunch, and listened to a great speaker, and had a great time with some great people. So thank you very much.
Well, you're more than welcome. We're glad you were able to make it. And Greg is just tremendous. He tells a lot of good stories. He's a really good guy. And then a couple of weeks ago, we had Jim Rosenhaus from the Guardians, and the both of them are just fabulous. We're fortunate to get them to come in.
The stories that these speakers are able to tell, and we're going to talk about the speakers that are coming up, obviously, as we do each and every week. But we've got a banquet to talk about. And my friend, you and I and Chuck here, we love talking about this banquet because we believe this is going to be the biggest year yet for the Curbstone Coaches Banquet May 5th.
Well, we certainly hope so. It's May 5th at Mr. Anthony's. And we've got several Hall of Fame inductees that obviously are going to be coming in. And our guest speaker is Gene Steratore from CBS Sports, who does the analytics for the referees and stuff like that. And he was a former NFL official. He's been really good working with us up to this point, and we're very excited about the inductees we have coming in.
As you should be. I mean, it's one of those situations where this has been a very interesting year in the NFL, especially here in Ohio with sports betting and things of that nature. I'm sure people are going to have a lot of interesting questions for Gene Steratore. He'll have a lot of interesting stories because this has been an interesting year in officiating as well with how things have went down. So, what from your standpoint, Gene Steratore, I mean, you couldn't have picked a better year outside of maybe the year that the pass interference down in New Orleans happened. But given, I mean, you're seeing a Chiefs team with a lot of people think that it's rigged. The storylines are being written because of Taylor Swift, because of the pass interference calls and things of that nature. What are some of the things you're excited to talk to Gene Steratore about?
Well, again, how the officials make their decisions on the field. Obviously, they have to do it at breakneck speed.
Yeah.
During a game, and I wonder what they really think about the replay system, because there's some things you can challenge, there's some things you can't. There's certain things that happen automatically in the last couple of minutes of a game. I think they need to tweak that a little bit, but I'm sure Gene is getting paid real well to critique the guys he used to work with, down on the field, and there's a whole interesting dynamic to all of that.
What are some other things we need to know about this event that's coming up? And we say May 5th, but it's going to be here before you know it.
May 5th is, like you said, it's going to get here quicker than anyone thinks. But the doors, at Mr. Anthony's again, the doors open at 4 o'clock. Our buffet dinner actually starts at 4:45, and you come in and just go to the buffet. They don't call you by table. So that seems to have worked well for us in the past as far as getting everybody to eat quick enough. The ceremony starts at 6 o'clock, and I get the honor of introducing everyone as they walk down the aisle there to the Chariots of Fire music. And,
Love it.
And then the inductees will all speak. Obviously, Gene Steratore will speak. We have honors that we give through the city of Youngstown and the state of Ohio and the county and the whole 9 yards. And last year we did a special presentation to Jim Tressel, and that went over real well. So we're planning one this year. I won't tell you who it's for, but it's not me or you. So
I had my fingers crossed. For someone who's never been, I mean, what are the expectations, the dress code, things of that nature? When they walk and they get out of the parking lot, out of their car, what should they expect when they walk through those double doors?
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy about dress code, because if it was up to me, I'd be in shorts and a T-shirt. But most people dress probably a little better than business casual.
Yeah.
But we're certainly not going to turn anyone away at the door that comes in jeans. I mean, it is
Sure.
what it is. This is a different day and age we live in as far as that kind of stuff goes. But you'll have a good evening. We do ask our inductees to limit their speech to 3 minutes. Now, last year, Chuck, what time did we get out of there?
7:30.
So it was really, really good last year. Everyone,
Agreed.
yeah. Now you'll get somebody that wants to talk 12, 15 minutes, and that makes it rough on the last couple people to speak and that. But they're pretty good about keeping their speeches short, thanking who they want to thank, and getting the recognition from the audience.
I love it from that standpoint. Chuck, what do we got here?
Well, tickets. Don't forget to talk
Yeah,
about
no,
tickets.
Okay,
Yeah,
tickets.
we'll-
Let's talk tickets. So, from a ticket perspective, what do we need to know?
Tickets are $60 a piece. Table of 8 for $480, and our ticket coordinator is Patty Shuley, and her phone number, if you're interested, is area code 330-207-8157. Again, 330-207-8157. There's information on the website, and there'll be information on the Facebook page as well. So get your tickets early.
And it's a situation where you can not only buy tickets, you can buy a table. You can buy advertisements in the program, things of that nature. As a business, as patron, explain kind of how that process goes. And I guess the better question is, where does that money go, and how is it spent from the Curbstone coaches?
Joyce Frateroli has taken over from Frank Nolasco this year as our advertising coordinator, and there's a lot. Like if you have someone that that's getting inducted, it's nice to put an ad in there. We have businesses that put ads in there, and this banquet is the only fundraiser we have the entire year. And what we do is we use it to give out money to charities at the end of the year. We're a nonprofit organization. We don't keep anything for ourselves per se, but we give out a lot of money to charities. United Way is an example. Those sorts of things. So that's what it's used for.
I love it. And you say this is the only fundraiser the entire year, so you got to make it a good one.
Yeah, we'd really like. I mean, it's a great evening. It's on a Sunday in May. The weather's starting to get nice, and it's a good day to get out and honor these people. I mean, and you want me to do a real quick list of who the inductees are. Posthumously, Sean Durkin, who was a coach at Ursuline for both girls basketball and baseball.
Great man.
Yeah, great guy. Terry O'Halloran for swimming. Joe Harmon for softball. Bob LaRicca for basketball coach. I'm sure he'll have some colorful stories to tell. I know Bob a little bit. He's a card. Bill Metzinger for baseball. Brett Powell for wrestling. Cheryl Weaver for softball coach at Champion High School. Ken Kimmerer for bowling. Kenny Linden for All Sports Award. Kelly Pavlik for boxing, obviously a big name in the area. Ron Strolla, YSU AD, for contribution to sports, one of the greatest guys you'll ever meet. And because of your nomination, Dan Yeagley, football coach at South Range. A couple times I met him, seems like a great guy, obviously a Hall of Fame coach, so we're glad he's getting in.
We're excited for all those inductees, and obviously their families, their friends, their communities should be excited as well. They should come out and support these inductees.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're a fan of South Range football or Dan Yeagley, you should be there.
Oh, I'll be front and center, baby. I'll be there. Final thoughts, Bob? We're going to hand things over to Brother Chuck here in a minute. Final thoughts for you on this first week of February?
Well, like we said, the calendar goes quickly. I mean, like I said, we're already in the first week of February, and we're going to start gearing up for this banquet pretty soon, and we really, really want people to come and enjoy themselves that night. It's going to be a great night, a lot of fun.
Bob CAMARDO, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.